And we're back, guys. Welcome to Tennis in a Minute. I'm your host, Good Energy. I'm in the studio today and we are taking a look at my top prospects for the 24 upcoming season. Now, these are teenage players that I feel will finally have a breakout season and win a main tour championship. And number 3 on this list, 19 years old from Moscow, Russia. She's a member of the North Carolina State tennis team. Diana Snyder, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, is she big time. Now, some could argue she could possibly even be higher on this list, ladies and gentlemen, but she's number 3 because you don't want to miss number 2 and, of course, number 1. Diana is a two-time Junior Slam champion, both coming on the doubles scene. She won the 21 Wimbledon championships with partner Kristina Dimitruk. And she also won the 22 Australian Open doubles championship with Claire-V Ngonu, who I previously mentioned would be on this list but has a smaller body of work. She just hasn't really played much compared to the other ladies on this list in terms of her junior career. But Diana didn't stop there. After winning the 22 Australian Open doubles championship with Claire-V, she then went to the US Open that same year in 22 and she won the doubles championship with Lucy Halikova. That makes 3 doubles junior Grand Slam championships. And she would have had a 4th if she didn't lose the 22 French Open clay championships with her then partner Maria Bondarenko to Eleonora Alviza and Lisa Pagotto. Now, with honorable mention, Diana Snyder also made the Australian Open singles quarterfinal in 22, the French Open semifinal in 21, and the US Open semifinal in 22. Diana would see her best junior girls combined ranking of number 3 in 2021. With a big match experience, this would help propel her to the ITF Tour, where she would make 5 championships, all within 21 and 22, and Diana would win 4 of them. Wow. Her best would be a 60K singles championship in Istanbul on clay, and she would also combine the 60K German championship with the doubles partner Irina Kromacheva. Diana's height is unlisted, but watching her play and seeing her live, I would probably guess her height has to be somewhere between 5'5" and 5'7". And that's me being on the generous side, as I would probably say it's probably closer to 5'5". I've said in the past, Diana has a short center of gravity and her athletic ability really troubles opponents. I feel when she comes vertical, she's like a tank and her mission is to destroy her opponent. Her favorite shots are left-handed, two-handed backhand, and her favorite surface is apparently clay. Clearly clay. It has to be clay. Of her 94 wins, 66 have come on clay. While winning 58 matches in 22, 46 of them came on the clay surface. Diana's breakout season in 22, she had some huge wins against household names. Leola Janjan, she took out in Turkey in straight sets. Unbelievable. Julia grabbed her. She also beat in Turkey in straight sets. We saw her defeat Panna Yudvardi in straight sets. We saw her defeat Sasha Vickery. Unbelievable. Anna Blinkova, great win. Irina Bara, yes guys, Sarah Irani, Kayla Day, Katie Volinets, Marcelia Zachary, who's a good clay player, Sarah Balek, who's on this list. Diana has actually beat several players on this list. Sarah Irani, did I mention her? Emiliana Arango, Haley Baptiste, Katarina Baindl, Leola Janjan, Tamia Babos. 22 was her breakout season, guys, but 23, she would take the tennis world by storm. And it would start in the land down under, the Australian Open. Diana would come through qualifiers, taking out Zuger in the first round in straight sets, Robin Montgomery in the second round in straight sets, and Tinka Nova in the third round of qualifiers in straight sets to make the main draw, where she would take out Kukova in straight sets, setting up a showdown with the Greek goddess Maria Sakkari. And I told you guys to take Diana to win a set outright. And she did exactly that, coming out, playing too fast and aggressive. Sakkari had to pump the brakes, ladies and gentlemen. Diana won the first set 6-3, and she had a chance to win this match before Sakkari pulled it together in the second set, winning 7-5, forcing a third set where Sakkari would take the match, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, Sakkari would win the third set 6-3, but not before being pushed to the limits by this young teenage challenger. After her amazing performance at the Australian Open, Diana would gain worldwide notoriety. And she wouldn't stop there, ladies and gentlemen. She became famous for her signature bandana covering her hair. And she would take that momentum straight to Charleston, South Carolina, where she would take out top 50 player Alicia Parks in straight sets. She would then take out top 10 player Veronika Kudermetova in the second set before falling to Paula Badosa in the round of 16. As a member of the North Carolina State tennis team, it was only right that Diana play in the Charlottesville ITF tournament, where she would make the quarterfinal. In the first round, she took out Isuigwe in straight sets. The round of 16, she went 3 sets with Ann Lee, and she made it to the quarterfinal, where Ashlyn Kruger would eventually take Diana out in 3 sets, but it was an amazing match. Diana didn't stop there though. She would begin her quest for history at the French Open this year, and she would make it happen, ladies and gentlemen. Diana Snyder, a member of the North Carolina State tennis team, would become the first tennis player this century to win a main draw match of a Grand Slam tournament while enrolled on a college tennis team. That's right, you literally have an amateur defeating a professional player. Amazing. And Diana made history there, but she would not stop, ladies and gentlemen. She would then go to Germany, that's right, and make the semifinal after taking out Paulina Kudermetova. Julia grabbed her, Bernarda Pera, and Noyu Oguyu would take her out in the semifinals, getting revenge from her previous loss. She failed at the US Open to qualify, losing to Elsa Jacquemont from France in what was an amazing match. I was there, and that match was very suspenseful. After a couple early exits, Diana would find herself in China for the first time ever in what was the biggest match of her young career thus far. She would take out Baez in the first round of the Ningbo WTA 250, Kamila Rakimova in the second round in straight sets, Petra Kvitova, that's right, 2-time Grand Slam champion Petra Kvitova in the quarterfinals, Linda Favortova in the semifinals in straight sets, but Ons Jabeur would defeat Diana in straight sets in the Ningbo WTA 250 championships, breaking Diana several times. Even though Diana lost the championship match, that was her best finish in the main tour draw, and I think her future is very bright. She's showing her ability to adjust to other surfaces, especially since 75% of her wins come on the clay surface, while 68% of her matches she wins overall. Diana's number 3 on this list because I feel she is a top prospect for the 24 season. But you can even argue that she shouldn't be on this list as well. The definition of a prospect is a person regarded as likely to succeed. And let's just be honest, every single lady on this list has already succeeded. They're amazing. Diana's got a great left forehand, she has great topspin, and I love how she comes vertically to put opponents away at the net. She is very explosive. However, the main thing that interests me about Diana is her patience, her topspin. I've seen her in rallies literally go 20, 25 shots deep, just waiting for her opponents to make mistakes. If she continues to take her time, show discipline, sky's the limit for Diana Snyder. This past October, Diana received her career high ranking of number 60 on the World Tour. It's possible she can even break the top 50 this upcoming season. Diana is also one of the few players on this list who have even made it into the main draw of a Grand Slam tournament. And she did it twice. And she made it out of the first round twice. This year at the Australian Open, followed that up by doing the same thing at the French Open, making it to the round of 64. From Moscow, Russia, 19 years old, 5'6", she has a left cannon. And she's number 3 on my list of top 10 prospects to watch out for the upcoming season, Diana Snyder. I'm your host, Good Energy. This is Tennis in a Minute. Make sure you like the video, show this young lady love, and stay tuned for the top 2